make our form fields. So now it takes you to this page and it says add more fields, and we're gonna add a text field, and here where it says field question, we're gonna put first name, and it asks if you want it to be required, and we say yes. And the tooltip, I'll show you here in a minute what it does. Now, if you want something to be inside of the form field in your form, when they open up the page, you put that in the default value. Like, put your first name here, but we don't need to do that on this form. And a text field will create one row, and we're going to make it, let's just make it 25 columns wide. Okay, now we've got that done. We'll click here when done, and we'll go back, return, and you'll notice we have a field here. It says first name, and if you spelled something wrong or you want to edit the size of the box, you can click on the little notepad and it will take you back to where you can edit it. So we're going to go back and we're going to add another field. So we're going to add another text field. I guess we got to click this first. We'll go back here. Just keep following the return thing that it tells you to. Then we're going to add another text field, and we're going to put last name in here. And we want that required. We don't have any tips for them. I don't like to have things in my fields. And we're going to make our 25 columns. Click when done. Now we'll return. We have two fields, and you can do your editing here. Like if you didn't want them required or last name, you could click this no, but we do. So we're going to keep it at yes. Now the main thing that we want is we want to collect their email address. So we're going to go down here on the left side and we're going to add email, and it's got a little envelope and it'll say, we'll put in here email address, and we do want that required, and we'll make this 25 columns, and then we'll click done. Then we have to return here. Okay, so we got their first name, last name, and email address. Now if that's all you want to collect, we can finish the form here. But if you want them to be able to put a comment or ask you a question, we're going to add a text box. And we'll put in here and we'll put message in here. Put message, and we don't really care whether they leave us a message or not, so we're going to put no here. And then the tooltips, this is where we come in handy with the tooltips. What you put in here will be in a little tip icon. If they hover over it, it'll tell them what to do. So we're just going to put a little and we'll, in the size. I don't know why it does this, but these are rows, so we want to make it 8 rows. No, these are columns, I'm sorry. So we want to make it 20, let's make it 30 columns. Click done. Now, I don't know why it does this, why it couldn't do it the other way, but you click return and you'll come back and you'll see you have a great big long box. So we'll go down here and we'll click on the edit, and when you click that, it'll go back and it'll show you, and then we did put the wrong thing in. So we want to have 8 rows, and we'll make it 30 columns wide, and then update field, and then we'll return. Now your little tip that you put in there, you got a little icon here, and when they hover over that, the little box will come up and tell them what to do to fill that field out. Okay, we've got pretty much a simple form here with a message, and so we want to go back to the form home page. And you can add all kind of stuff. You can ask for their email address or their website. You can ask them for their phone number, address, physical address, whatever you want to do. Okay, now we have our page here with our form on it. And you can either send this information to a database, which you can create a database and put all your information in here, and or you could send it to a file. And we just want to send it to an email address. Now what this will do, when somebody fills that out and submits it, it'll send it to whatever email address you put in here. So we're just going to put one in here. And then we're going to update settings. Now here's where the good part starts. This is the CAPTCHA form. When they fill it out, they have to put numbers and letters into a box so we know it's not just a robot filling it out. And so we want to click yes. So you click yes and then update security. And then down here where it says confirmation, just whatever message we want them to. I know this is not a subscribe form, but you be a little more creative than I am. We'll just type that in there, and then if we want to redirect them after they confirm, we'll put the site that we want them to go to here. So we'll send them to the niche lab, and then we'll click update. Okay, so we've got our email that we're going to receive the information to. We've got our CAPTCHA form set. We've got our confirmation email message. We've got our redirect. And then your form will look like this. And we can change the look of the form by, let's say we want to change the header background. So we'll come down here and we'll pick us another little color here somewhere. And you can put your hexadecimal code in here, or your RGB up here, if you know what it is, and then just click set, and it'll change the header color. Let's change the header text to a black color. And this is what your form will look like. And this is the background, your main background color. And all this can be changed in a text editor after you get your form. Okay, so we've got the look changed, and we're going to update the look and feel of it. Now we're ready to get our form. We've got everything set, I think. So we just go down here and we'll just click the zip file.